Hello. In this exercise video, we're going to focus on exercise to help connect us to the ground to improve our balance strength. Come on, let's get going. We're going to start on our hands and knees. And if your wrists don't feel good on your hands and knees, you can try a fold up or roll it up towel with your heel of your hands on it and your fingers off. You can also rotate your arms. You can also try using yoga blocks in some orientation there, just so your fingers have some drape over something there and push flat on the floor. Wrists are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. I'm going to face you this way because we're going to talk about shifting side to side. Now, when you have on your hands and knees, ideally your wrists are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. Now, if I remove one base of support, so let's say I slide one leg out long, I'm going to feel a weight shift, right? I want to pour more weight into the same side hand of leg that is long, not the same side hand with knee that's down, right? Because if I don't do that, what tends to happen is people shift their hips to the same side arm as knee that's down to the base of support. So if you're on your hands and knees here, you're going to have both arms feel evenly weighted. As you slide that one leg out long, toes on the floor, you want to feel more strength and support from the same side arm of the leg that presses long to help you not let your hips shift over to the side, right? Because the goal is to keep your body still with lessening bases of support, and that's really tricky. You can try on the other side. So as the leg reaches long, really think of pouring more weight into the same side arm as a leg that's long. That'll really help you. If you have even weight to your hands and you reach the leg long, most likely your hips are shifting, right? Because in order for both arms to stay evenly weighted against the single base of support, I'm going to have to shift my weight over that single base of support to have my arms be evenly distributed in terms of weight and force and strength. So that's just something to think about in this next series here. Enough talking. Your spine is nice and long. As you exhale, reach one leg behind you long, pouring more weight into the same side arm of a leg that reaches long. Stay there, take a deep breath in, and exhale to return. Now you're going to do the other leg. As you slide that leg out, you're going to pour more weight into the same side arm of a leg that reaches long to keep the hips level and square and not shifting. Breathing in, good job. And exhale, both arms are going to be evenly weighted as the knee comes down. Other arm, leg again, same side arm as the leg that reaches, presses the floor down more. You feel a lot more energy and strength go into that same side arm as the leg that's long. Easy, really great job there. And slowly drag it in. Again, other leg, easy, breathe, stretch, long. Very nice job here. Easy reach, you got it. And then return. Now the same is obviously true with an arm. So as you reach one arm forward, try to put more weight into that same side knee that's on that's the arm that's reaching, and then return. Same is true of the other arm. You're going to feel your weight shift more onto the same side knee as arm that reaches long, and then return. Again, now you're shifting your weight to the same side knee as arm that reaches long. Great job. And return. My hips aren't shifting. I'm really pouring more force and strength into that leg downward of the same side of knee, this arm that's reaching. One more each side. Trying not to let your hips shift side to side. Creates a lot of strength and awareness to your body that will really go with you long term. Easy. Now I'm going to just push back, release, round, and stretch. Really nice job there. You can always hit pause, but we're going to move on. Come back onto your hands and knees. Now, we're going to do opposite arm and leg, fingers and toes on the floor. This one's easy to feel, right? As you slide and reach, you pour more weight into the same side arm of leg that reaches, and the only other option you have is that same side knee. Try not to shift a lot one way or the other, because the tendency is to shift onto that standing knee mostly and not put a lot of weight through the arm and shoulder. And then return. So as the other opposite side arm and leg reach, really pour weight down to that standing arm and standing knee. Think of them being even as much as you can. And then return. So I'm trying to not let my hips go side to side at all. That's the big goal there. And then return. Easy. Again, fingers and toes on the floor, opposite arm and leg reaching. Really great job. Looking down at the floor between your hands. 4 more. Easy. Slide, keeping that body very still. 4. Very nice. Hips nice and square. And again, easy. Reach, lengthen. 3. Very good job. Pushing that floor away from you. 2 more. Easy. Reach out. Breathing. 2. You can always take a break. 1 more time. No big deal. You don't need anyone's permission to take a break. Not mine, not yours. You can just take one. Yeah. Really great job. 2 knees down. Push back gently. Round your spine. Yeah. And that was really great. So that's how you navigate on your hands and knees in terms of what the focus can be. You know, everyone's different. It's going to have a different focus for you, but that's the one I choose a lot with my clients to get them a sense of their hips shifting or not shifting, because that's what you do when you balance. You often shift your hips. Now the next one is going to be on a side position here. So use a block, cushion, pad, pillow, small chop, whatever you have on hand. Make them good for something. 1 long line, ankle, knee, hip, rib, shoulder, ear. If it's too intense to balance here, you can bend that bottom knee further forward. If it's too much pulling on your hip here, you can add another pillow or a block for that leg to rest on. That'll make it less intense for your top hip here if that leg is a little higher, a bit off the floor. Right? This bottom arm is comfortable for you. Top hand on the floor easier, top on you harder. Now keeping your body very still, again here is the goal. Top leg lifts, knees facing forward, and then lowers, letting your head rest. Easy. So again, the goal here is to not shift or move your torso, breathe deeply, or body, 9, or leg and arm. It's just that top leg lifting only. 8, keeping your body facing forward, eyes, shoulders, chest, hips, knees, control. 7, breaks are great. If it's too intense, then you put the hand on the floor here gently. 6, because you can feel how this hip wants to rock back to lift that top leg for most people. 5, tendency is for this top hip to roll backwards, to twist and return forward. You can see how that encourages my knee to not face forward. And the goal here is knees facing forward like headlights. Easy. 2 more. So when in doubt, bring that top hip just a smidge forward for yourself if you're not quite sure where you are. Great. Now, letting your head rest, we're going to hover the top leg in the air the whole day. Now, as that knee bends forward, you're going to use this bottom arm a lot. You can feel that because you're shifting your center of gravity and shifting the weight. The leg is going forward, so you need some support there so you don't fall and twist towards the floor. Because the goal, just like on your hands and knees, is keeping your body still against your arms and legs moving. Easy, gently, take your time. Head resting, and take breaks, no big deal. Easy, bend, gentle, and stretch along. 7, very good job. You can feel how that top hip, leg, thigh has to really work here. 6, to move that leg. But what's also working is the bottom side of your body. Breathe deeply against the floor. 5, it's actually quite active to help you maintain balance. That's what's helping you balance here. 4, your top leg can't help you balance. It's in the air. It's got nothing to grab onto. Your bottom side does. Breathe deeply. 3, take your time. If your hips are, let's say, wider than mine, and that could be most anybody too, you may be more comfortable with putting a pillow under your lower ribs here so you don't feel like your top side is side bending towards the floor. Now, you're going to try to straighten both legs if you can, and try to lift both legs in the air, knees facing forward, and lower down gently. Again, head resting, knees facing forward. 9. Control. You can feel how the hips want to rock forward and back here. Try not to. 8. Again, the focus is keeping your upper body and hips very still. 7. Just your 1 or 2 legs move in this case. 6. Easy. Stretch them long. 5. Take your time. Knees facing forward. A nice slow pace is glorious. 4. But also very strengthening. Creates a lot of endurance. Easy. Gently reach them long away from you. 3. Fantastic. Good work, everyone. Easy, gently. 2. So the first couple, we worked on the outer hip. This is both the outer hip and the inner bottom leg. But now you're going to put the top foot forward, anywhere that works for you. Hip to square as possible. We're just going to lift the bottom leg in the air by itself. Again, easy, breathe. 9. Head resting the whole time. Your leg has 2 sides to it. 7, an outer and an inner. Easy, and they're both really responsible for anchoring your body to the ground. 6, they're hugely necessary for that. 5, you can't just focus on the outer or the inner. They both need to be strengthened and lengthened. 4, easy control. Gentle, breathe. 3, you'll also notice we spend a lot of time working on one leg or one arm and opposite leg. Another foundational practice for balance, because you're never really balancing on 2 legs in life. Lift that leg in the air. Now, you're going to bend that knee, foot goes behind you gently, yeah. And then return. The thigh bone stays in the air, this bottom leg. Gently bend, keeping your body very still. 9, head resting. Easy. In general, you're mostly on one leg more than 2 legs. Breathe deeply. You might have 80% one, and what's math? 20% the other. Easy. That's closer to one leg than 2 legs. 5, and when you're walking, it's one leg to one leg. Breathe deeply. If you think about it, in life, you're mostly on one leg, generally when you're moving or standing. Often it's mostly one leg. 3, easy. Take your time, but especially when you're moving, it's leg to leg. It's not 2 legs doing the same thing at the same time. One more time, you're going to bend that knee. Yeah, stretch the leg long. Leg comes down, 2 legs straight. Last round, both legs lift again. Take your time and lower down. In here, you can really hopefully feel that top outer leg and the inner bottom leg. 9, easy, breathe, control, gentle. Easy, knees face forward. 8, head rest. Make sure your shoulder, bottom shoulder and neck is comfortable. 7, adjust until you are. Control, easy, gently. Breathe deeply. 6, and again, just a little pillow under your ribs here might help facilitate some shoulder ease. 5, let your head rest. Try not to bury your head down against the block. Let it rest like it's on a soft pillow. 4, straight knees facing forward. Easy. Breathing. 3, we're almost done. But we have a whole other side to do, thank God. Breathe deeply. 2. One more time, nice and slow. Easy. Gently lengthen. And then all the way down. You can bend your knees forward. If your block is on its higher level, one of the higher levels, you can lower it or not use it. You can always just use your arm here. Top arm to the sky, just a little release. You're welcome. Twist open. Think of reaching your tailbone back behind you like a duck's tail. Inhale deep and wide. Great. And exhale to return. Nice job. Lift the arm. Open, twist, rotate. Reach your tailbone back behind you like a gentle duck's tail. Nice big stretching inhale. Lovely. And then return. One more time. Lift, open, twist, rotate. Reach your tailbone back behind you. Big, glorious inhale. Enjoy that sensation. You got it. And then return. Now we did one side there, so you guessed it. Other side is on the way. Now, you might need a different level of block from one side to the other. That is normal. No one is symmetrical. All right? So make sure this side is set up to make yourself comfortable. Don't just use the other side. Well, I did it that way. When it comes to comfort, it might be different, especially side to side. Right? One long line, ankle, knee, hip, rib, shoulder, ear, eye, shoulder, chest, hips, knees facing forward. You can always bend this bottom knee forward to make it easier, unless both legs are straight, like we did that last two, those exercises there. Top hand on the floor can always be there easier. Top on you harder. The goal is to keep the hip and torso and head and neck very, very still. This top hip tends to want to rotate back, so just think of bringing it forward ever so slightly, like you're pushing it forward to a pane of glass there. Easy. Now here we go. Exhale, top leg lifts. It's nice and slow. And lowers, letting your head rest down. Take breaks, it's no big deal. Again, just float the straight knee up. 9. And lengthen down. When that leg lifts, the knee is going to want to rotate. 8. Try not to. It's just a different exercise, right? It's not wrong. It's just a different exercise. 7. I'm trying to strengthen the sides of your legs here, not an oblique angle of it. I want to get into the side there. 6, because your hips can tend to shift side to side for most things in life. So it's important we have strength there. Breathe deeply. 4. As you felt in the first exercise on our hands and knees, hips want to go side to side a lot. 3. If you lack strength and awareness there, it's easy to lose that integrity in your hip. 2. One more time, it's foundational. Easy, breathe. See, 10 repetitions gone already. Now, you lift the top leg in there a little bit. Now you just bend it forward. And again, as you bend it forward, you're going to feel how you use this bottom arm a lot to help you stabilize. That's fine. Return. 10. Bend forward. Try not to let your lower back round as that knee goes forward. And return. 9. Try and keep your body, which means your lower back, very still. You're just moving your thigh bone only. Your thigh bone and your pelvis are 2 different joints, believe it or not. Not just one big bendy bone in there. 7, it's a joint. Easy. 2 bones come together and the joint is right there. They are divisible. And your lower back is attached to your pelvis, not your thigh bone, by bones anyways. Breathe deeply. There are soft tissues that connect your lower back to your thigh. Breathe deeply. 4, but they are malleable for the most part. Easy. Bone is not. Easy. Joints are malleable. Bone is not as much. 3. Easy. Take your time. You can strengthen bone for sure, and it does change shape over time with use. Regardless, that's not quite. We're not talking about that kind of Jurassic scale like that. Now, make your bottom leg straight if it's not already. 2 legs together. You can always put your top hand down if it's too intense. As you float the legs up, try not to press your head down on the block, and release. And again, take your time. Straight knees facing forward, gently 9. Again, the tempo is important, and it creates a lot of endurance. Easy breathe. 8. Take your time. Slowly return down. Really great here. Easy. Stretch those legs long away from you. 7. Fantastic. All the way down. Nice job. Head resting. Stretch. Reach and breathe. 6. Excellent work. Control it down. Easy. Stretch. Lengthen. Reach away from you. 5. That's right. Head resting. Take a break. It's all right. No big deal. Easy breathe. 4. And again, if you're uncomfortable, just throw a little pillow under those bottom ribs. You might like it more. 3. Easy. If your shoulder is bothering you, if your neck is bothering you, if you feel like you really have a big curve here on your top and bottom side, 2. One more time. Use props. They're there for your betterment. Yay. You're going to gently put that top foot on the floor in front of you. Anywhere that works for you is great. Bottom leg is straight. Bottom straight knee lifts facing forward and lowers down. Easy. Again, we're strengthening the bottom inner leg here. Now, 9. A little stretch to the top leg, gentle. Easy breathe. 8. Hips are as square as they can be, though there can be some twisting back here because of the leg. You can adjust it to make it more square to the wall in front of you. 7. Lift the bottom leg up gently and down. 6. Trying to keep your lower back very still. 6. Eyes, shoulders, chest, hips facing forward here. Bottom knee facing forward as well. 5. Breathe. Take your time. Breathing here is really essential, of course. 4. Air comes in. Air goes out. Your lungs are not a hotel. The air does not get to hang out. Gets in and out. Breathe deeply. 3. Gentle. Head resting. Easy. Be generous. Spend your money on breath. Let it go in and out freely. Now lift that leg in the air and keep it in the air. Now that bottom knee bends. Foot goes behind you. Easy. And then return. Little arch to your lower back here. Again, gentle. Reach it back. 9. Keeping that thigh bone lifting in the air the whole day here. Head resting. 8. Beautiful. Control. Easy. Breathe. Bend it back. 7. Fantastic. Thigh bone in the air. Gentle. 6. Gentle arch to your lower back. Breathe deeply. 5. Really great job. Head resting. Nice. Control. 4. Really keep that thigh bone lifting. I know it gets so heavy, so leaden. Breathe deeply. 3. It's all right. Take a break. It's no big deal. Easy. 2. We're just trying to strengthen the inner part of that bottom leg, and you can feel that here. The endurance is really strong. Leg long, leg down, 2 legs back together. You can always put the top hand down to make it easier. Square off those hips, little arch to your lower back. Try not to bear your head down to float the legs up, and then release. Reach them away from you to stretch long. 9. Take your time, letting your head rest. No neck tension. Stretch them long. 8. Yes, the tempo is really slow, but it's really important to get that endurance here. 7, that's where the goal is. And lengthen down. Breathe deeply. Control. Stretch. 6. Those legs are so heavy. Oh my goodness. Who knew? 5. Whose ham hocks are these? They can't be mine. Oh my gosh. Easy. Let your head rest. Control. 4. No neck strain and tension. Eyes, shoulders, chest, hips, knees facing forward. 3. You can do it. We're almost done. Take a break. You can always hit pause. Breathe deeply. 2 on the player. One more time. Control. Reach those legs away from you. Si finito benito. Bend 2 knees forward. If your block is on the high side, make it a little lower here for yourself. Top arm to the sky. Make sure you're comfortable to your neck and shoulders and twist open. Gentle. Think of reaching your tailbone back behind you like a gentle duck's tail. So enlivening. And then return. And this is a twist for your torso. It's not about flinging the arm open. It's about rotating your torso, allowing the arm to follow gently. You can look your eyes to the sky or towards the hand. Then twist a bit and then return. Easy. Easy twist. You want to keep your eyes in line sort of with the torso. The torso's opening this way towards the sky. Let your eyes go that way as well. It's gentler on your neck. And then your neck will appreciate that with much practice. Really great. Let's come back onto our hands and knees and see if there's any change there, right? Wrists are under shoulders, knees are under hips. Opposite arm and leg, you choose what you want to do. As I reach, I pour more weight down to the knee and hand evenly. Oh, so much easier, right? And then return. Other arm, arm and leg. Take your time. Keep those hips level and stable. Don't let them shift side to side. You have 6 more. Salt side to side. Easy. Stretch. 6. Control. That's right. Don't just pour the weight into the leg. The arm takes a lot of that weight there. Breathe deeply. 5. Pour it down there. Control. Easy. If those hips are nice and strong, there's a less likelihood for them to want to go out to the side automatically. Easy. Breathe. Just 2 more here after this. You're doing really well. Control. Stretch. Lengthen. 2. One more time. Again, easy. Stretch. Lengthen. Beautiful. 2 knees down. Push back gently. Round your spine and stretch. Really great job. And there you have it. There's a nice, easy way to think about how to incorporate anchoring yourself to the ground that's really foundational and can be very quick and easy. You don't have to do a series that are long as that, but practicing things laying on your side is really, really pivotal to your long-term health and well-being because it directly affects your balance and gait. And there you go. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Eric. This is Nucleus Strength. I look forward to exercising with you in the future. Yours in good health. Take care.